He's a rational investor, dividend digester, saves some of his paycheck just like all his ancestors. Him looking for high yields? That's never the case. He's seeking 6% returns. Slow and steady wins the race. We pay our debts in our currency that might be unfurled if it's no longer the reserve currency of the world. Confidence in the dollar is permanent. Just ask any scholar. People are exchanging their dollars for dog money. Dog money? Dog money. Dog money. We trading it in for dog money. Dog money. Dog money. Dog money. Dog money. I'm putting it all in dog money.
Alrighty people, welcome to SirToshi's Bitcoin Chart Show. This is the Bitcoin forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network, where we find out what's up with what is going down. Today's date is Wednesday, the 23rd of June, 2021. Let's jump straight into it. Rock and roll. Oops, technical difficulties. Bit of DIY. It's coming. Nope, not that one. There we go. Got it. Boom. That looks much better. Right, here we go. So starting from the left and working over to the right, we've got CoreCoin. And we call it CoreCoin because on the 24th of August 2017, a group of developers called Blockstream centralized the network by implementing SegWit, taking it under their control and crashing its fundamental value as money to absolute zero because they've effectively turned it into a security. And if you don't believe me, we'll just have a listen to Peter McCormack explaining exactly that. So when I find him, here we go. Take the floor, Peter McCormack.
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here.
Yeah, it doesn't work and it's an absolute load of crap.
It's a completely different project.
Which is why it's a load of crap. Well, it's a completely different project. How can it be Bitcoin if it's a completely different project? You utter moron.
It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore.
No, of course not. Satoshi's opinion doesn't matter at all. He only wrote the white paper and knows what Bitcoin is.
Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project.
Yeah, because it's completely different and it doesn't work and it's a load of shit. Why would he want in?
Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Really? Tell us that one more time, Pete. Tell us what Bitcoin is.
To earn his right back into the project. Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Yeah, whatever. So why don't we have a listen to Samson Malk? Samson, what do you say about Blockstream? Controlling a CoreCoin. Can you confirm this in any way? What do you say to that?
Yeah, Blockstream controls it.
And your response to that, Max Kaiser?
All right.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, thought so. And Roger, what are you going to do with B-Crash?
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin Crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Yeah, good luck with that, Roger. You absolute buffoon. And Roger, what do you say to all these people, let's say multinational companies, global corporations that say they need a regulatory compliant monetary system in order to conduct global trade and international commerce?
The ones that say that the blockchains all need to be legally compliant about everything all the time, just go use your Visa card.
Fine, I will, because I need legal recourse, you absolute moron. So now let's move on to Bitcoin. So let's have a word with the creator, because we know who the creator is. Absolutely. Dr. Craig Wright, Satoshi Nakamoto. Dr. Craig Wright being the actual person behind the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. So Craig, what's your motivation? What's your driver for creating such a phenomenal data system? Can you tell us and maybe give us an insight?
I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions per Bitcoin.
Oh, well. Yeah, I suppose it's a capitalist system. Anything sort of like anything more advanced than that, or is that kind of like basically it?
That's it, and that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
Love it. The driving force, increased value. And Anne-Marie Sachet, well, I mean, look at it, absolute joke. eCash. That's embarrassing that they call it eCash. Good grief. Bitcoin, ABC, whatever. So we've got hash rate 0.3%, network nodes 1.6, transactions 44% of the overall transactions on the network. Yeah, absolutely winning. You know, considering it was they only got the protocol back on the 15th of November 2018, and we've already got 44% of the transactions on the entire Bitcoin network. Loving that. But look at this, block size 72.9%, because Bitcoin is the world's greatest ever and largest ever and most economically superior data management system. It is the backbone of the new financial system. It is a commercial internet for the first time ever. It is amazing. So we'll just have a quick look at these blocks here. But before we do that, we'll just have a quick chat with our man, Michael Saylor. So Michael Saylor, you know, what do you say to all those people who, you know, think like Peter McCormack that, you know, Bitcoin should be changed and be completely different to how Satoshi Nakamoto designed it to be?
I like Bitcoin the way it is.
Oh, good. Well, you know, so do we, Michael. But I mean, we really like it. How do you compete with that?
In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
All right, mate, calm down, calm down. Well, you can't just leave it there. You're going to have to explain to us in more detail what is it exactly about Bitcoin that you love so much.
The way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy.
Wow, $250 trillion of monetary energy. Where's that going to go?
In big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain.
Whoa, I mean, you know, big blocks. What kind of numbers are we talking about?
Maybe the Bitcoin will be 1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something.
Whoa, $10 million per Bitcoin or something. I mean, you know, where's that going to fit and where's it going to go?
Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain.
Love it. All right, let's look for these big blocks. Hey, double digits I can see. So I'm just going to call that double digits. 44 megabyte block, 10 megabyte block, 14 megabyte block, 38, 10, 22. Loving that. Look at that. And look, the equivalent blocks on Coolcoin are just like 1 megabyte. That is awesome this morning. Loving that. So Anne-Marie Sachet, look at that. Hathor literally with like over 90% of the hash rate on the network and struggling to get over a kilobyte size in one block. Absolutely insane. And Bcrash, look, no blocks that are over a megabyte. Oh dear, oh dear. And Coolcoin, yeah, they're all at a megabyte, but that's because their megabyte has been restricted, so they can't go any higher than that anyway. What a joke. Hash rate, so hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility, follows creativity, initiative, and intelligence. If you are intelligent and you apply creativity and initiative, you can make something useful. When something is useful, it can then create value. When it creates value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. Proof of work by network, again, Coolcoin, Bcrash, eCrash, whatever. I hate calling it eCrash. Just ABC, Elementary, all going to fall into their own footprint because they're Ponzi schemes. Bcrash, Bitcoin, hash rate, Bcrash, Bitcoin, proof of work. Look at this. It is 23,932 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Coolcoin. And that is 10 times cheaper than Bcrash. But again, nobody's using like ABC anyway. Dear, oh dear. It is currently 24% more profitable to mine on Coolcoin than ABC Elementary. It is 1.3% more profitable to mine on genuine Bitcoin than Coolcoin, but it's 5.6% more profitable to mine on Bcrash. Who cares? Who cares? Daily average Bitcoin block size by network, Bitcoin absolutely smashing it. Transactions by network, Bitcoin winning. Transactions per block by network, Bitcoin winning. We'll take that. Fees, this is to do with what should be to do with transaction volume. So you can see that Bcrash has got a problem with increased fees of transactions there. Dolt, fees Satoshi's, same issue that they've got. Block reward ratio, again, that's an issue to do with increased transaction cost. Oh dear. And check it out. Daily accumulated Bitcoin blockchain growth by network. Have a look at this. Mind the gap. Let's expand that. There we go. So Bitcoin now with 382 gigabytes in size. Amazing. So let's just have a listen to the man himself, Satoshi Nakamoto, describing our expectations of what we can expect from Bitcoin in the future.
We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks.
So that's the entire chain in one block, or the entire chain as it is at the moment in one block.
We've tested 1 million transactions a second.
Love it.
And transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes.
Beautiful.
Effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
There we go. It is a new commercial internet. It is the backbone of the new financial system. Amazing. Amazing. So let's have a look at the chain. Yeah, we are 26 gigabytes in front of KuCoin. Loving that. Let's have a look at the politics. Global hash rate 7 days. Yeah, global hash rate 24 hours. That's probably to do with all the miners moving their operations out of China and to Kazakhstan and other places where they have cheap energy. So this is KuCoin. Oh, KuCoin. Yeah, looking the same pretty much. Almost. Well, few people trading places there. Yeah, it looks a little bit different. B Crash. Yeah, Hathor still on there. Bitcoin. Whoa, well, look at this. Hathor turning up now on Bitcoin. What was that with via BTC? Seriously. Come on. There we go. So Hathor. So good to see mempool Norpool with 6.2%. Good to see SV Pool on there. No Matterpool today for some reason. Never mind. And this is Elementary Cash. Dear oh dear. Fisher Price Cash, I might call it, for Elementary Cash. But the whole point of this is to squeeze these dirty shitcoin enterprises off the chain so they're not holding any Bitcoin, which means eventually when they want some, they're going to have to be dumping their shitcoin and falling over each other to get some. Dear oh dear. So let's have a look at the short positions. Come on, Bitfinex. You can do it. How long are we going to have to wait for today before the screen pops up? Are we going to have to refresh the page? Here we go. So, short position doesn't look like they've really changed over the last month. They were 88% and now they are where? 90%. That's still 90% short position, honestly. They think that Bitcoin and these bits of data are like equities. You know, where eventually if you suppress the price as much as you can, the bank is going to stop lending the institutional money, cash flow will dry up and it will go bust. That's not the way it works. It's just simply bits of data. It's hilarious. They have no idea. Let's have a look at the short positions on KuCoin, because if we were keeping an eye on this previously, we would have seen the build up of these short positions. Look at that. That would have told us something was up. They knew the last time we had a big tether print was on the 1st of June. You know, and then literally immediately after that, on the 4th of June, is when these short positions started building up. Because criminals can't keep their mouth shut. They all want their buddies in the game. That's what it is. Dear oh dear. Let's have a look at Bitcoin blocks live. So for any newbies, the vertical rectangular blocks moving across the top of the screen are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. And they are recognized by the nodes instantly because it is a small world mandala network that looks like this. And as we can see here, it's led to improved topology against malicious attacks. And as the size of the network increases, the density of the links goes to 0, making it ultra small world and highly sparse respectively. Amazing. So when the transactions are recognized by the nodes on the network, they're thrown into the memory pool, which is when they're competed for by the miners and payment processors in order to create a block, put the transaction within a block, place the block on the blockchain, which is when they're rewarded with the Coinbase data, otherwise known as the block reward, otherwise known as freshly minted Bitcoin. So if we take this highlighted block here, 85 megabytes, in the highlighted rectangular box below, we've got the height of that block, well, the hash of the block, the height, who it was mined by, size, time, the date, the transaction count, and total fees. And it's this fees in the block which will eventually surpass the block reward, as the block reward continues to get cut in half every 210,000 blocks, which you can see here. There we go. And we're just going to let little Laura explain the significance of fees in the block and block subsidy.
So, as you mentioned, at a certain point when the block reward stops, there will be a transition where miners will be compensated in transaction fees, not in the block reward. And the current amount that they earn is from fees is about 9% of the block reward. And so we'd have to see transaction fees 11x by roughly 2140, which is when the new Bitcoins will stop being minted. But I just wondered, if we don't see an increase in the amount of transactions that can happen at layer 1, because the number of layer 1 transactions is limited. And right now, I feel like a lot of the scaling is focusing on layer 2. Can transaction fees 11x in that time, or will that require people to pay a lot more per transaction?
Over the next couple halving cycles, we should see it start to predominantly be the value that is compensated to the miners in the block reward. If Bitcoin is the world reserve currency that doesn't have a strong security model, like there's not a lot of monetary compensation in the block reward due to transaction fees, well, then its long-term security will be weak. If it is the world reserve currency, there'll be very, very many layer 1 transaction fees.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like you think it is possible that the amount in transaction fees will maybe not be enough on layer 1 to replace the block reward when the time comes.
Absolutely, there won't be enough transaction fees in the block to surpass the block reward when the time comes, because it can only do 7 transactions a second. Dan Held, what do you mean there's going to be many layer 1 transaction fees? How can there be with a 1 megabyte restriction on its block size? Absolutely insane, you complete moron and goon. So do you think 7 transactions a second is going to service all of this lot? Never gonna happen. Shout out to Keith Fellows in the house, good to see ya. Right, so we've got BitInfo charts here. Where are we now? Bitcoin with 11% of the overall transactions on the entire shitcoin market. But we know that XRP and Ethereum are completely centralized and utterly crap. So we'll just have a listen to the CTO of Ripple explaining that XRP is a load of bollocks.
The XRP is a digital asset. It's censorship resistant. It's publicly traded. It trades on the XRP ledger.
Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
Ripple does not own or control the XRP ledger in any way.
Whatever.
So how did Ripple then get all the XRP that it has? It has about half the supply. So just how did that particular transaction happen?
Good question. How did you end up with half supply if it's meant to be a fair and equal competitive system?
So the way its design works is when the ledger first began operation, the 100 billion XRP, all that will ever exist, were sort of up for grabs.
Like a packet of crisps. Up for grabs. Just dive in and grab it.
And lots of people grabbed XRP out of that system, but it just so happens that obviously, just like early miners mined, huge amounts of Bitcoin before the public knew about it or was using it.
Wrong.
Early XRP users grabbed large amounts of that pool of XRP. And so the people who developed the ledger wound up with, the vast majority of it.
That's right. The people who developed it just grabbed it. They're never going to get away with that unless the SEC is either incompetent or complicit. That's it. So let's have a listen to these brain boxes at Ethereum telling us that they knew Ethereum couldn't scale before they even released it.
It scales somewhat.
Hardly scales at all.
Plans or initial thinking. We knew it wasn't going to be scalable for sure.
And let's have a look at one of our favorite charts. Transactions, 3 years on a log curve. Boom. Yes, can you spot Bitcoin in the purple? Loving that. Scaling test now. We're just checking the figures. Yeah, still the same. That's all right. Check out Terranode. All right, come on, Steve Shadows, take the floor.
We have run this across all 10 nodes, and I have actually seen volumes in excess of 100,000 per second. I wasn't quite brave enough to try that one today, live on stage. But there we have a real-life example of a Terranode that is able to scale. If I had more time, I would show you one that's actually running at a steady-state capacity and show that it actually can continue for a long period of time without any problems.
Beautiful. Listen to the disclaimer.
For reference, we don't think that the Bitcoin SV software would be able to handle a validation rate like that at this point in time.
Now listen to the timeline.
By the end of this month, we're hoping to actually have alpha versions of Terranode listening on the mainnet. They won't be trying to produce blocks. They'll just be listening and processing peer-to-peer messages. We'll also build, we have built scale testnets, global scale testnets for the Terranode specifically. We can't do this on the scaling testnet because we'll crush it.
Amazing.
Because we have proven that Terranode can scale, we've proven what Satoshi always said about Bitcoin. Bitcoin can and does scale. Thank you very much.
Amazing, Steve. Amazing. Love it. Trends.cash. Oh, TDXP app being given a run for their money by RelayX.io. Again, I keep saying this every day. I need to check what's causing those transactions. A lot of money being spent there. Apps ranking by performed action. Again, crypto fights at 27%. But again, all these others, that we don't know being tested. For example, like Worldline, a $3.4 billion point of sale terminal company. Love it. Crypto Quant, yeah, we can see the exchanges have been cashing out, but that's caused a squeeze in the liquidity, and all the tether printing to combat the selling out of the exchanges because they know it's a load of crap has caused a massive spike in the price. Oh dear, not looking good. What's on chain? Estimated next block size 8 megabytes. Love it. Look at all the transactions coming in. Joho's meme pool. This is what a memory pool is meant to look like. Data comes in, then it gets cleared. What it's not meant to look like is BTC. Oh my god, an actual swimming pool. And let's have a look at TX Street so we can see what squeezing the block size is done. But let's have a listen to Adam Back, the CEO of Blockstream, explaining his expectations of a payments network.
So, fee estimation in some cases is quite bad. If you're paying a friend, you can probably afford to wait 4 hours and not pay a priority fee.
Oh, shut up, you absolute muppet. So we've got a median transaction fee on Qualcomm of $3.29 and a median transaction fee on Ethereum of 76 cents. And now let's listen to Vitalik Buterin taking the piss out of a 5 cents transaction fee.
The internet of money should not cost 5 cents a transaction. It's kind of absurd.
Really, kind of absurd. So what do you call 76 cents then a transaction? What a joke. And let's look at our own problems that we got. Look at this excessive money printing. What do we know about that?
Statistical analysis has found that every time an empire begins to near its own demise, you'll find that its currency will be debased.
Oh dear, it's not looking good. Knowing that Bitcoin is the only thing that can save us. How are we feeling about it? CoinGecko feeling good. 69%. Loving that. $125 today. All right. Morning run. Oh, look at 86,000. So that's because they've actually got, I think this is actually genuine BSV they've got on there. I wonder if this is going to be like the next coin market cap. But I mean, still these tokens here are absolutely and utterly worthless at the moment. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's have a look at the depth chart. $126, 5.8 million bids against 5 million asks. Alrighty. Price looks like it's slowly on the rise again. Let's have a look at Bitfinex. So this is Bitcoin versus the dollar. Let's just bring this up quickly. Whenever you're ready, Bitfinex. Just keep tapping my hands on the table till it comes up. Come on. Whenever you're ready. There we go. Finally got there. So yeah, trending sort of sideways and down a bit, recovering. Let's have a look at Corecoin. Whenever you are ready, Bitfinex. Oh, Corecoin's going up after it had like a sort of a shock down and then back up. All right. Let's have a look at Corecoin versus Bitcoin. Oh, trending sideways. Alrighty. Let's have a look at the entire shit show. Oh, so Corecoin up 7.9%. And look what I found on here the other day. This is hilarious. So we've got, what was it? There was Theta that everybody's going on about. Again, that was another a nothing burger. Does absolutely nothing. Oh my god, Solana's in 14th. But look, Theta. And then look what I found down here, just as a joke. Theta Fuel. Just in case you didn't get on actual Theta. I mean, it's such a scam. And look at this. We've even got BTCB. That's Bitcoin Binance. What an absolute joke. With a market cap of $2.5 billion. That's a Bitcoin Binance coin on the Binance Smart Chain. Would you believe it? Oh my god, look at this. You go to Explorer. Look, this is Binance's own coin that they've called Bitcoin. Binance chain. What a joke. It's a token on the Binance network. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like literally. And then if you go to the website, it takes you to bitcoin.org. It's an absolute scam. It's an absolute scam. Unbelievable, but again, you know, actually believable when you know the scamminess in the space. Unbelievable. Bitcoin up 9.7%, $126, moving in the right direction. So YouTube 574.51 in the last 28 days, moving in the right direction. Nice one. Streamanity. Oh, it's out. Just not a very attractive thumbnail there. Revenue 60 cents. Is that it? Oh dear. Only 3 people paid. That's definitely because it's got a grey in the thumbnail there. But 288 followers, moving in the right direction. Let's look at Twitch quickly. New users over 24 hours. Acorn stack is what we want. Here we go. What we got? 32. Oh, you know, a little bit puny, but you know, just watch this space. 421 followers for me. Let's check out Ruthie's tweet. 966, now 967. Let's check out our man Satoshi. How's he doing? 80k followers? Whoa! Whoa, that's suddenly shot up overnight. Loving that. Maybe that's the Zat token or something. But 80k followers. That was like 78 just the other day. 80, loving that. Oh, great stuff. Great stuff. Stablecoin printer. Any more USDT? No, it's all USDC being printed. Wow, oh my goodness me. Right, that is 26 minutes up to date with the figures. Hope you enjoyed the show. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.sirtoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.